So the Key to New York City has been a success with business compliance at 94%. Businesses have responded to it, they heard it, and they carried the mantle on the front line to make sure we can get the numbers we have. So I want to thank every business. Tough time, we went through a tough period, but we dug in deep, and we knew that we can defeat COVID in a real way, and we're going to continue to do that. And I'm glad to say that the rates are low enough that the mandatory program is no longer needed. No longer needed. Beginning Monday, March 7th, we will be suspending the requirements under Key2NYC. And so folks can come in and enjoy the restaurants, enjoy the businesses, and be a part of this great city without having to show proof of vaccination. So that means our restaurants, our businesses, and our concert venues will no longer need to require patrons to provide this proof. Now, restaurants, they still can use their discretion if they desire. It's up to them. But the overall restriction is being removed. This is about giving people the flexibility that is needed to continue to allow not only safety, but we have to get our economy back on track. It's time to open our city and get the economy back operating. And just like our economy, we're making some changes in our schools to make it easier for students and staff. Our schools have been some of the safest places. I said this over and over again. When the calls were made to close down the schools, we said no. Schools are the safest places, and we're keeping our schools safe and open, and we were able to do that. As of this week, the school's positivity rate is 0.18%. So I'm announcing today that we are lifting the indoors mask requirements for DOE schools between K through 12 starting Monday, March 7th. And that is a great initiative. And I know there's some who state that they still want their children to wear their mask. You can. We are not going to get in the way of your discretion, and we want New Yorkers to be smart, flexibility, and to be able to feel comfortable without any bullying or without any teasing. If you feel comfortable in wearing your mask, feel free to do so. I, from time to time, wear mine until we get to a point where we can wean off and get the comfortability that we want. Masks will now be an option in indoor settings and will be available for students and staff and anyone who wants to wear one, because we want to give people that comfort level. But the great part of this, you know, I know you missed it and I missed it. We want to see the faces of our children. We want to see their smiles. We want to see how happy they are. We want to see when they're feeling sad so that we can be there to comfort them. And the mask prevented us from doing so for almost 2 years. And it's happy to see those smiles again. And we will continue to keep our schools safe with our Stay Safe and Stay Open plan, including doubling down on surveillance as we have done. 85,000 students and staff are tested weekly as part of this program. Camille, thank you. You came in and just did an amazing job. All of these names that are behind the scene that keep things going. You know, when we had to do the doubling down on testing, Camille came in and organizes. We were just blown away every day on the morning calls, how impressive she was with orchestrating this activity. And we have distributed through Camille, the team of public safety, Deputy Mayor Banks, and others who have volunteered almost 20 million rapid tests and conducted over 1 million PCR surveillance tests. That's just extremely impressive in such a small period of time. We will make the proper public health decisions to keep our city safe. We will pivot. If we see a reason to change any policies, we're going to be unafraid to make those adjustments and changes. COVID changes, it shifts, it modifies. We must be open to do the same and be unafraid to do so in the process. And if we see a rise in cases of hospitalizations, we're going to come back. Every morning we talk about this and we make decisions based on what's in front of us, the data and the science. That's why Dr. Chakshi mentioned in his remarks, we are launching an update alert system on COVID to keep people focused on what we're doing the way we do with any other type of crisis. And so it is imperative that we know that this battle is still on, and we're going to continue to do what's right for families and New Yorkers. And for those who have not done so already, vaccination, booster shots. We cannot say it enough. It prevents hospitalizations, it prevents deaths. And we must encourage people to get vaccinated and booster shots, and you should encourage your family members to do so as well as we return back to work. We're bringing tourism back. We're bringing our economy back. It's good to be back. This is clearly an Arnold Schwarzenegger moment. We'll be back.